Okay. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Curious Case of Cinema podcast. I'm Gray, joined with
Preston.
uh. It feels like it's been a while again, even after the Natural Born Killers film review
Because
podcast.
it has.
It's been like it feels like almost. I think it's been like half a month ish.
It's been like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
I think 2 weeks sounds fair. Today we're going to be talking about M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. Um, do you have any starting thoughts?
um I'll let you say your starting thoughts
Okay,
first.
I think I'm going to start out with just giving the audience what
Give
you know,
a synopsis of the movie.
sure. So it's essentially about Josh Hartnett's character, who's this sociopath killer, who's taking his daughter to a music concert, and it's all a trap, essentially, hence the name. Um, it was all a setup for the police to catch him.
Yeah.
Correct. That's
And
kind of like the base
he's
level.
the serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Which you don't find that out till about like
Well, I mean, if you saw the trailers, it should be
I know.
pretty.
It's not a spoiler. It's
Mm-hmm.
you should most people know that going in, I would say.
Yeah, I think If you saw the trailers and you knew anything about the base level of this movie, then I feel like that makes sense.
And
I loved it. I loved it.
yeah, I don't know. You gave it a 4.5, right?
I did. I think it's
I
okay.
don't know if it's that high. I think that might be a
I
little
think
too high.
it is a bit high, but I also just love M Night.
Yeah.
The past two M Night films have been absolute hits. I mean, Knock at the Cabin was a masterpiece. Not a
What'd you
masterpiece.
give Knock at the Cabin?
I gave it the same rating as this, 4.5. I loved it. I thought it was great. Um, I think the way he goes about doing like the way his stories are just so they this M Night is in a modern his renaissance, I'd say. He's kind of at his like this is his best, I think, in my opinion.
Mm.
Um, Many people will disagree with me, but that is something that I agree with, especially considering this movie has an average rating on Letterboxd of like a 2.9.
It's down to a 2.9.
Yeah, and I think
Mm.
that's deranged.
Yeah, I thought it was low. Last time I looked at it, it was at 3.0. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Yeah.
that was low. But I think everything, everybody can agree on whether before they like when a new M Night movie's coming out, his plots are always intriguing. He
Yeah.
always has, whether it's a hit or miss, he always has interesting stories.
Yeah. 100%. And I think it's just the issue is some people just don't get M Night, or they don't not necessarily get it, but like they don't. It's not for them. Because I feel like there's some little things like the writing is kind of out there, especially with Knock at the Cabin. That the writing was, yeah, but it worked. But I don't know. I just think there's definitely a group of people that hate M Night. In my opinion, I think that it's because of like his bad movies that people kind of expect his new stuff to be bad as well, like Airbender and Happening.
Have you seen The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Hmm.
My dad actually likes that movie.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I can't judge.
And
But
The
I've heard
Happening, I think it's bad, but it's like I agree with you that it's like all of his plots are very intriguing. Like the idea of The Happening is very intriguing, I think.
yeah, it is. That's like I
It's
was
just
saying earlier. He always has interesting plots.
I just think the issue is how it's conceived. or put together. But yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Would need to rewatch it to
Mm-hmm.
point out flaws. But let's stay on
Trap.
Trap.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I think. Let me think about my thoughts. Another thing everybody seems to agree on, whether you hated or loved this movie, was that Josh Hartnett was really good,
Yeah.
and people are ready for him to um, be a lead. What would you say? Play leading roles again, I guess,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because he's mostly just not. He just hasn't done any leading roles, and like
Yeah. I mean, the last movie I saw him in was Oppenheimer, and his role was very like kind of it was very small compared
right,
to. I mean, to be honest, I think Oppenheimer wasn't. I mean, Cillian Murphy is of course the main lead, but it has like these great. Sorry, I'm talking about Oppenheimer, but it had this like great amount of like famous people who were fine with taking smaller roles, I think. But
right.
but yeah, Trap.
What did you think about M Night's daughter's performance?
um, I thought
Because a lot of people, she she is nepo baby, but
she's Neville baby.
but people think she was bad, like at not the music part, but like her acting.
I think at times
And
it did feel very exaggerated.
you
Uh,
think
okay. Um, uh, at times it did feel very exaggerated. But I think it still wasn't a horrible performance. I've seen much worse, but I think I didn't expect much from her, really,
right?
but I think she did fine.
Did you like when she became more of a main character in the second half?
Yeah, I thought that uh the way that they did like her using her like fan base to it's just I'll say this is a spoiler to find the guy who was like in his basement. Um, like I found that to be like very interesting about in that sense. Um I also liked what else did I like about her in the second act? Um I mean,
You know, one thing I didn't like
I don't
about
know.
that scene though, when she was
Hmm.
on Instagram Live with her phone,
Hmm.
using her fan base to try and find the guy.
Hmm.
I just don't think it's Josh Hartnett took way too long to finally. How did he even? Did she just unlock the door? How did he? Did he end up, or did he like unlock it?
He because the entire time he was trying to find the keys for the room.
Yeah, I think he should have. I think in real life he would have broken down the door. I don't think he's
Hmm.
waiting that long
Yeah.
with his phone unlocked. I don't. That was a flaw for me.
Yeah. I can see that. Um Also, like I something I like about like movies like this and the way they use social media is I like the stupid like text or not text like the messages that'll appear on like in the chat
Hmm.
and it's like very clearly like fake. I thought that was kind of funny because they were like, oh my god, her show was so good and stuff like that. And I was just like I was giggling. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, um, what else? Yeah,
Um.
she did great. Or not she did okay. I wasn't too wowed by her performance. I think it was like I said exaggerated. I at times. Um, but she she did she did good.
What about? And one of my other flaws is that scene where he walks through the room full of SWAT team members.
Hmm.
How does just because he has a badge on,
Hmm.
he doesn't like that's a massive flaw.
Yeah, and also okay, something
Because
I
they show in the crowd like Josh Hartnett lookalikes getting pulled out. Like he's looking and he sees Josh Hartnett lookalikes getting pulled out of the crowd, taken
mhm.
by the police. And he just walks through a room full of like he would have been stopped
Yeah,
when he
100%. Also like the scene when like the SWAT guy asks him where they keep the sugar. It very much looked like salt. Like it was in a salt container. This isn't a flaw, but it's just something that my brain was like weirded out by. It looked like a salt container, a salt shaker.
I didn't think about that,
Mm-hmm.
but
Also, like the entire time, the like I feel like they should have known that he wasn't an employee, considering he wasn't wearing the work attire at all.
right.
Like, because they're wearing like those purple outfits or like shirts. But and yet he didn't. He didn't. They didn't stop him.
Yeah. Also, how does he? When I thought the movie was going to end,
Mm-hmm.
when they've all he's Lady Raven has escaped from the limo. How
Mm-hmm.
does he just get out of the car?
I
Like
have
in
no
that
idea.
giant crowd, like someone would have said something. Like it just, and then he had to change clothes in the car too because he was in a SWAT. Well, I'm not sure what his outfit was, but he got in like a hoodie and he was totally in street clothes. It just, I thought that was another big flaw too.
Because I feel like in the amount of time that it took them to shoot at the thing, I feel like he still would have probably been taking off like all of the SWAT attire in that car.
Right, and yeah, I was. The movie could have ended there, and he could have just got shot in the car. But I like the ending we got.
Mhm. Also, another thing that I found interesting is like the scene when uh the another spoiler. I apologize.
Well,
In
I
the
mean,
scene, we this is kind of just a
this is a
spoiler
spoiler review.
spoiler review.
We'll put that in like the bio,
In the
Spotify
Bible,
bio.
something I find kind of annoying is the scene when like uh his wife drugs him with the pie.
Right,
And then 5 seconds later, he's getting tased and gets up and tackles the cop and like gouges his eyes. Like it's, I don't understand how he could have done that. Um, but to be fair, I guess it is fiction, so it's not real. But
I
I,
think a bigger flaw in that scene is him taking so long to just kill his wife.
yeah,
He sat down and ate the pie. I mean,
hmm
that I don't know.
yeah. Maybe he just wanted the full excuse or something.
Right, and another flaw. Though I have good things to say about this movie too. I
Yeah, me
really
too.
liked it.
We're just saying all. Okay, I think I was being a bit generous with the 4.5. To be fair, I had just seen Twisters, which was good, but I liked this more than Twisters.
You're also sleepy.
I was sleepy, but I liked this more than Twisters. So,
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do too.
but
Um, another flaw: the FBI is not letting him touch that bike.
yeah, there's no way. um, yeah.
And I feel like we would have like seen him get that rod off. Like
hmm
he first. I mean, first in the first place, he's not touching the bike, but they don't like. I didn't even see him do that. It's just
hmm
there's a lot of little things that
My
just
oh sorry.
stack
When
up.
I when I was in the theater, I saw this with my mom and my sister and a friend. And my when after he was drugged and then he tackled the cop and was getting tased, my mom told me when we got out that she thought it was like related to the trilogy of like uh what's the
Unbreakable glass split.
yeah, yeah, because I think it would take a lot. Well, to be fair, he's probably honed his craft in a sense and gotten stronger with killing people and stuff. But also, I think getting tased like 3 times, I think he'd be out. He'd be out, 100%.
Right. Yeah.
Um. Also, like, why was Kid Cudi in this? It was like so random. I mean, he's just appeared in like a bunch of. I'm gonna look at the last movies he's been in. I mean, yeah, he was in X.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he played one of the porn stars.
Mm.
Um, and then
Oh, I knew he was in X.
yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah, he's just in a bunch of random stuff. But I don't know. I wasn't expecting him to be in there. I think they did show him in the trailer, but like also like the costume and makeup department fucked him up for sure with like that really long hair. I
He
no,
looked kind of goofy.
he did look very goofy, especially when he didn't he like I think he called Josh Hartnett's character a zaddy or something.
He may have.
Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. I thought I would have I don't know I would have liked more from his character. I feel like he could have been more pivotal, but um yeah, I don't know. Um
What do you think about the dialogue in this movie? Because a lot of people do. Not only do they not like it, they think that M Night's dialogue is just cheesy. Like that's a flaw within him as a director. It doesn't sound natural. I didn't hear it. Now, if I watch this movie a second time, I might hear it
mhm. Looking
if
for
I'm
it.
more paying attention to the
Yeah.
dialogue. But I also thought that Josh Hartnett just sounds weird because he's a psychopath trying to not be weird,
Also, I saw someone say that he's a
trying not
like
to be JD Vance.
mhm. Yeah. I mean, at times I saw I saw someone online say that like a couple of the decisions was like the way he sounded weird was he was playing like a goofy dad kind of
Yeah, yeah.
like
And
like
when he tried to get he tried to get his daughter to, because the
mhm.
other rapper came out from
Yep.
the little
Yep.
thing. He tried to get his daughter to go down there.
Mhm.
Her response felt very natural. She's
Yeah.
like, "What? You're acting like what the hell?"
Mhm. It's I mean, you know, he's just trying to be a goofy dad. Um I mean, very similar to Tim Waltz for sure. But
Hmm.
yeah,
So, did you think the dialogue was
I I think at times it did feel unnatural, but also like I think I also see conveniently I saw someone else say that like it's not maybe meant to and also yeah, like I agree with you. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. I also agree with you that he is a sociopath, so the way he would communicate is kind of different in a sense. But
right?
and I didn't see any issues with the dialogue. It felt kind of natural for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Also,
Hmm.
the 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 guy, the worker, the t-shirt worker, or whatever.
Yeah.
He knows too much. He
Hmm.
knows way too much. Like
Hmm.
the FBI is not gonna brief every single employee.
Hmm.
I don't find that to be realistic. That
Hmm.
and even if he did, I don't think he's telling him.
Yeah.
Also, if he okay, so if he is being prepped like this, they have he's not Cooper isn't being allowed to go back like in the back with him
Hmm.
to go get one of these t-shirts. It's just
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked him as a character and the mid-credit scene. Another thing everybody seems to agree on. They all love that.
Yeah. It was great. It was funny. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But don't you think that was he wouldn't know that much?
I could
And
see that he wouldn't.
if he did, he's just like I don't think he's telling Cooper that, and he's
Hmm.
not going to be allowed. Cooper's not going to be allowed to go backstage. Well, not backstage, but
But
go in the back
into the
to
back
get.
warehouse area with all the shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, okay, something I was thinking about when I was in the movie is I was like at a sense of unease, especially what in the scene when after Josh Hartnett's character uh told M Night uh that his daughter had leukemia. I was scared that they were going to bring that up and he would, you know, get caught in that lie almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I was worried about that too, that they would bring up her leukemia
Mhm.
to her, and then that would kind of fall apart. But
Yeah,
obviously,
it
M
didn't.
Night, yeah, M Night didn't want the movie to end there.
Yeah.
But
Um. Yeah. I don't know.
onto a good thing.
Mhm.
The cinematography was really good.
Mhm.
The way
Something
they
that.
shoot like conversations real tight and just like straight on their faces,
Mhm.
it it just makes it what I intense. I'm not even sure
Mhm.
what the word to describe it would be.
Um. I'm not sure if they shot it on digital, but it definitely had like that
I
film
think it's shot
grade.
on film.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed it
I
had like
think
this film grain
Twisters
look.
is also shot on film.
I think so too. Yeah. Um. But yeah, like I thought that was a nice touch too, because yeah. What else? I also read online that M. Night, this was like it. This was the shortest amount of time it took M. Night to write a script, only taking him like 5.5 months,
Mm.
which I think
Um,
is cool. But people will probably be like, "No wonder it's so bad" or something.
yeah, don't tell that to people who don't like this movie.
Yeah.
Um, what else? I mean, yeah, back to the cinematography, all the different shots and the lighting he's able to use with being at this concert. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. What else did I like about the film?
His daughter had a good performance,
hmm
and the mom of the daughter,
Oh
Allison Pill.
yeah.
Allison
Um.
Pill plays
She's great.
the mom.
hmm
Yeah,
Um.
yeah, and the final scene, she does really good.
hmm
Whether you think the movie should have ended there or not, I think another thing people could agree on is that Allison Pill, the mom, has a great. She just looks genuinely terrified
hmm
in those final. I'm not sure how long, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah. Something I. What else did I? Oh. Shit. I'm losing my thought. If you have
Come
anything
on,
else to say, I need time to think. Let me think.
come on. Let me think. Now you're trying to come.
Yeah,
Now I don't have anything to say.
I mean,
I know I've got more stuff to say.
yeah.
Oh, you can't. Another flaw
hmm
is you can't detain 3,000 men because they do that they do that before every man leaves the concert. You can't do that.
hmm
So
Yeah.
that kind of just messes up the whole movie. But even though that flaw is big, I think that's a flaw I'm able to just be like, okay, I accept your movie logic.
hmm Um, what was uh the daughter's name again? To-
Uh, in the movie or as the actor,
In the movie,
Riley, right?
Riley.
Isn't it Riley?
Riley's okay. Something a thing that I really enjoyed about this movie is um Riley's kind of friends, quote unquote. Uh, her mom, like I thought she did really good job at playing like kind of a bitch. Um, and then like after that, like this when Riley's up on stage and we see that mom and her daughter like yelling at each other. I thought
Yeah, doesn't
that was great.
the daughter doesn't she like throw a drink at her mom or something?
Yeah, she does.
That was funny. I like that. I enjoyed
hmm
that.
Also, like and not a pet peeve, but it's just something I found interesting was the scene when Riley was gonna get the shirt and um was wanting the shirt, and then the girl in front or the girl that was like supposedly there before uh was like, I was here first or something like that. I thought that was kind of, interesting considering Riley even asked for it first, but yeah.
Right.
hmm
Um, what else? Oh, the FBI detective lady. Was it Haley Mills? I think that's the name of the actress. She was good.
Yeah, she did. She was good.
She kind of reminds me of was it Dr. Loomis in Halloween? Is
mm,
that the name? The
probably.
guy who's after Michael Myers. He's bald.
There's this.
I'm pretty sure it's Dr. Loomis.
There's this one female character from The Boys that she kind of reminded me of.
Mm. Is
It's
she in
like,
season 4?
yeah, she's also in season 3. She's like the lady who's like there to protect Ryan and stuff. She's like a bit older. I don't remember her name, but
I need to rewatch that show.
yeah, you do. It's great, but what else?
I'm trying to
I mean,
think.
yeah, it's just I think the reason I also gave it a higher rating is I had a lot of fun with it.
Mhm.
It's a very fun movie, and with a relatively short runtime, it's very easy to get through.
Yeah, this movie. What is it? An hour and 40?
Hour 45.
Hour 45? It was not boring, but
No.
it did not feel like hour 45. I
Mhm.
did not feel that way because of how many times it could have ended. Like, I think probably 3 separate times this movie could have ended. I thought this movie was at least 2 hours. So I
Mhm.
was shocked to see how short it was. Once again, it's not boring, but it does feel longer than it is.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I really had that same issue. I think it felt um it felt shorter in my opinion. I don't know why. Um I don't know, maybe it's just because I'd seen a 2-hour movie beforehand.
What
It
was the
felt
2 hour movie?
Twisters.
You saw Twisters first.
Yes.
Um, Trying to think.
Yeah. Um yeah, M
M
Night's
Night
great.
Shyamalan's daughter made a whole album for the movie.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she performs all the songs.
Sick. I
And
think
for
I also saw that they had to like I saw that they had to like quiet down the audience during the movie or when they were filming because they were too loud
hmm,
like a few times.
that too, the use of background actors. I'm
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure this isn't CGI or AI. I'm pretty sure they use just a bunch of background actors,
Mhm.
which is props to M Night because if you're doing a movie where probably more than half of it takes place in a concert, you
Mhm.
want that. I
Yeah,
I would say you definitely want that.
and I mean and with
It's just
all
not
of
something you see anymore because,
Mhm.
like I said, CGI and AI.
Yeah, 100%. It was I mean, yeah, it definitely felt like a concert for sure. I mean, when she started singing, I thought they were gonna do like entire songs for some reason. I don't know why,
Hmm.
but that's kind of what it felt like. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the performances were good. I wasn't disappointed with any of them. Writing was great. I think M Night right now, modern M Night is at the top of his game, in my opinion.
A lot of people would disagree with you.
I know because I mean, to be fair, he's made like great movies in like the I believe late early 90s, like
Nine, Sixth Sense was 99.
99. Okay, like and then 2000s. But it's like
2000 is Unbreakable. Yeah, he made a movie before Sixth Sense. I'm not
mhm,
sure what it's called, but he went on a run of uh this is what people think is peak M Night. Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs. He did all
mhm.
3 of those in a row.
Science is great.
All 3 of those movies are great.
I think the issue okay, I maybe I might okay, the past two M Night movies have been great. I'll say that much. Cuz I haven't seen
I,
Old yet. I have
you haven't
not
seen
seen
Old?
I haven't seen Old yet.
See, that's another example of M Night always has intriguing plots,
Mhm. That
even if
one
the
had
movie is meh.
yeah. And then I've seen Unbreakable. I need to watch um I need to watch Split and then I'll I've seen Glass already. I didn't.
You've seen Glass, but you haven't seen Split. What
Well,
in
yeah.
the?
This was before my movie. When I was really into movies, so I don't remember shit from Glass. But I know I saw it.
It's meh. It's meh.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, if his next movie is a banger, I think we could see M Night at his best. Or that's something I would say.
You've already said it.
Well,
You've
I know,
already said it.
but it's like because I'm looking at his filmography and I see Old, and I've heard not great things about Old, but also
But
people
old
don't
isn't.
like trap.
Old isn't bad.
Hmm.
Some people, I understand if some people think that, but it's not bad.
But yeah, I think the issue is just like, because to be honest, like at that same time, like people don't like trap, so it's not, you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't understand how people, I don't.
I understand why people don't like trap. It's got a lot of flaws.
It does, but I had a fun time with it. I think Josh Hartnett was great, and all of the other reasons I've stated before, I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I'm gonna look at my notes
Okay, do that.
to see if there's anything I am forgetting. Oh, the score. It's like I wouldn't say it's bad, but I wouldn't say it's great. I would say it's
I
just
think,
decent.
but because I think the songs that define this movie are the ones that his daughter performs, in my opinion, that make this movie, not really the score.
Right.
I think it's just
Right. Yeah,
his.
you would
Yeah,
more so say soundtrack than score.
yeah,
Can you see me now?
yeah.
Yeah. Also, this is M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, her first performance in anything.
Crazy. I didn't.
That's why I don't understand why people hate on it so much, because it's not bad. The performance is not
Especially
bad.
for first performance. Yeah, I could see that. I think for this being her first performance, I can understand why. I could see why it's not horrible. Yeah, well, I already see why it's not horrible. She did good.
And I'm not saying she's not a nepo baby. She is a big nepo baby. She's like a giant nepo baby.
Hmm.
And but I think I do not think she had a bad performance, and she just gets way too much hate.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, she did. She did good.
Yeah,
I think are is that all you have to say for this film?
I listened to the whole album.
You did?
Yeah,
I think I should do the same.
it's not bad, but it's
It,
not.
good.
Yeah,
Not great.
yeah, it's decent. It's just not. I can't. I don't even know if it's fair for me to judge it, because it's not like I'm not listening to
Yeah,
music like that.
yeah, so I think it's just it's
I'm not listening to Olivia Rodrigo. I'm not.
yeah. I mean,
Well, I mean, unless
I
I'm in the
don't
car with my
think
sisters.
what I don't I think yeah, I don't listen to that much new music. When it comes
Um.
down to it, I think the closest
Yeah.
I've
I mean,
gotten
yeah.
to
I
new
agree.
music is Chapel Roan, and that's
Yeah.
it.
This is where we got to be careful. We've got nothing left to say about trap. We don't need to just start talking about music.
Okay, we don't have to talk about music, but what else could we talk about? No, I'm kidding. Are we gonna finish? Are we done with this episode?
Um. I think so.
Okay. Thank you everyone for listening to the Curious Case of Cinema podcast. Uh, Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, we have a Facebook page.
yeah, we have a Facebook. And most social media platforms except for Threads.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook,
Twitter,
Twitter,
X,
Twitter.
Twitter,
No,
X,
Twitter. No.
Twitter.
Uh, yeah,
We don't.
we're just
We
not on.
also
We're not
okay.
on like Snapchat, Spotlight, or Threads.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to support Elon.
We well, we're on X. What do
Yeah,
you
I know,
mean?
but we're not saying what it's called. We're saying Twitter because it's not X to us.
Okay.
Because
You just got me
Twitter,
confused.
because Elon Musk is a piece of shit. But yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening. It's been a great time. We will have an episode coming out soon on Twister and Twisters. Thank you all. Goodbye.